It took journalist Manu and his colleagues more than a year of relentless digging to expose one of the biggest corruption scandals in Mexican history. The government had embezzled millions of dollars in public funds through the creation of fake companies in what became known as the master scam. To prove their findings, journalists made more than 500 Freedom of Information requests to Mexico's Institute for Transparency, or INAI.
Si no hubiera sido por la transparencia,
without this transparency tool, we would never have known about this master scam or many other such cases. I think it is a key part of Mexican democracy.
But not according to the Mexican Senate, which voted on Thursday to close down the institute along with 6 other independent entities. The government of President Claudia Sheinbaum says these organizations are corrupt and inefficient and wants them to come under the wing of existing government ministries.
Va a haber más transparencia ahora.
There will be more transparency now. The dissolution of the INAI as an autonomous body will end corruption and will develop a system of transparency where people can easily access information on everything the Mexican government does.
Critics see this measure as the latest move by the government to centralize power and eliminate checks and balances, while protecting itself from future investigations into its actions. The INAI was revolutionary in Mexico, a beacon of freedom of information created as the country was coming out of nearly 70 years of one-party rule. And it isn't just journalists or researchers that had access to it. Every Mexican citizen could request information. Chief among the concerns around the disappearance of this organization is what will happen to the billions of files housed in their archives and servers, and which amount to more than 20 years of information requests by the Mexican public. In fact, we're not even allowed inside this room where many of those files are kept. That's how seriously they take the protection of this information. The president of INAI spoke to Al Jazeera hours before the Senate vote.
El INAI no tiene comparación en el mundo.
There is nothing comparable to INAI in the world. Developed countries with advanced democracies look to the Mexican model when it comes to transparency. It is legally and institutionally robust. It's been effective in bringing some order to this country and also in fighting corruption.
Still, the ruling party says it has a mandate to introduce structural changes to state institutions. The question is whether access to information will get restricted in the process. Julia Galiano, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.